My name is Jentrell Stanbridge, and I will be giving a data overview for Hateville Charter Middle School for the years 2012 through 2016. The purpose of this presentation is to compare and analyze Hateville Charter Middle School performance to that of Fulton County, and to identify and analyze the gains and losses of Hateville Charter Middle School. Between 2012 and 2016, Black students have made up the majority of students in Hateville Charter, followed by Hispanic students. There have consistently been more female than male students. With very low numbers, Indian, Asian, and white students make up the remainder of the school population. There has been a decline in the number of African American students, where there has been an increase in the number of Hispanic students at the school. There has also been a steady increase in the female population. The number of Indian, Asian, and white students has remained relatively the same. The number of students between 2012 and 2016 has fluctuated. There is a 75 student decrease from the numbers in 2012. Similar to the Hateville Charter population, African American students make up the majority of the Fulton County. As we see from this graph, though, white students make up a higher percentage than Hispanic students. We also see two groups that did not appear in Hateville Charter data: Pacific Islander and multiracial students. There has been a consistent increase in the number of students who attend Fulton County schools. The white population is the only group that has steadily decreased over the time period. The number of students between 2012 and 2016 has gradually increased for Fulton County. In sum, African American students make up the majority of Fulton County schools as well as Hateville Charter. There has been an increase in the Hispanic population at both the district and school levels, and while there has been an increase in the number of Fulton County students, there has been a decrease in students at Hateville Charter. The presented data shows a comparison between Hateville Charter and Fulton County in the areas of reading and language arts for the 2012 CRCT. For all grade levels in both subject areas, students at Hateville had a better performance in regards to pass rate, but had lower performance in students who exceed the standard. This brought down the school's mean score scale. This chart shows the comparison between Hateville and Fulton County in the area of math. For 6th and 8th grade math, students at Hateville had a lower performance in regards to passing rate. 7th grade students performed slightly better than the county in the pass rate. Like the other subjects, students at Hateville consistently have a higher percentage of students who both meet and do not meet the standard, and a lower percentage of students who exceed the standard in both science and social studies. In both subjects, Hateville students perform significantly lower than the county. The comparison data for the 2013 school year is very similar to that of the 2012 year. However, the gap between differences has increased for language arts and reading. Students only surpassed the met or exceed criteria for the county in 8th grade language arts. Math students again had a higher number of students who both did not meet and who did meet the math standards for 2013. For students in 6th, the gap between Hateville and Fulton remained the same, while in 7th and 8th grade, the gap increased in regard to students who did not meet the standard. But the percentage of students who exceeded is significantly lower for Hateville students than Fulton County. Again, Fulton County outperformed the students at Hateville. One thing that stands out about the 2013 science performance is that 8th grade science students are the only group that performed lower than the county across the board. This raises a red flag for this subject area and grade level. Also, in science, the percentage gap between the county and school in all three grade levels for science in regard to the does not meet rate has increased. In both 6th and 7th grade social studies and science, the non-pass percentage rate decreased. The 2014 reading and language arts data remains similar to that of 2012 and 13. These two subject areas remain the strongest of all subject areas. The 6th grade reading students had a 100% pass rate, which was better than the county, and the gap in the did not meet category decreased for 8th graders. Math continues to be a focus area for Hateville Charter, and the achievement gap between the school and the county continues to increase. 7th grade students had the best performance. The 8th grade performance on the science test improved in the meet standard category in both science and social studies. Students at Hateville were outperformed by the county in all other categories, and there is a large achievement gap for each grade level. 2015 was the first year that the state used the Georgia milestones. Students at Hateville did not perform as well as students throughout the county in any other categories or subject area. In language arts, the majority of the students were beginning or developing learners for all 3 grade levels. 8th grade had the highest percentage of students identified as proficient or distinguished. That performance gap between Hateville and Fulton County is significant. The same is true for math. There was, however, a higher percentage of students identified as proficient or distinguished in math than language arts. 7th grade students had the highest percentage of students who tested as proficient or distinguished. Hayfield and Fulton County had the highest percentage of tested students perform as beginning learners in math and science. This indicates that these are the weaker subjects throughout the county. An overwhelming percentage of students performed at a beginning level across the 3 grade levels, particularly in 6th grade. The largest achievement gap appears to be in the 6th grade social studies, as over 73% of these students were beginning learners, while 26.3% of the county-wide students were. The smallest gap for social studies was in 7th grade developing learners. While retesting only took place late June, we do not have the comparison data for 2016. Comparing Hateville's data over the 2012 through 2014 school years, 6th grade reading students had the best performance in 2014. There was a significant decrease in the year 2013, but the students improved the next year. 7th grade reading students had the highest percentage of students who met or exceeded the standard in 2012. Since then, the percentage has decreased. The mean scale score, though, did increase. In 2013, the percentage of students who exceeded on the test has increased. 8th grade students have a similar performance in regards to the percentage of students who exceed the standards. 2013 showed the lowest overall performance. The mean scale score also increased between 2013 and 14. The increase in percentage of students who exceeded in 6th grade language arts tests has reflected an increase in the mean scale score. Unfortunately, there has also been an increase in the percentage of students who did not meet and a decrease in the percentage of students who met in the standards. 7th grade language arts students have only shown an increase in the percentage of students who met the standards between 2012 and 2013, and those who exceeded between 2013 and 2014. 2012 was the 7th grade students' best performance in language arts. 2012 was also 8th grade language arts' best performance year. However, there was significant gains between 2013 and 14, with the exception of the exceeds category. Unlike reading and language arts, 2014 was the best year for 6th grade math. There has been a steady improvement in 6th grade student performance. The greatest increase has been between 2013 and 14. 7th grade math performance has steadily increased since 2012. There were increases in 2013 in the meets and exceeds categories. For 8th graders, the greatest performance was in 2013, as there were increases in the mean and percentage of students who met on the assessment. There were losses between 2013 and 2014 in the math mean, percentage who did not meet, and the percentage who do meet. In 2014, 6th grade science students seem to have performed the best. There were gains in the mean, percentage met, and percentage who exceeds between 2013 and 14. 7th grade students' performance was steadily declined between 2012 and 14. The only area of growth was in 2013, where there was an increase in the percentage of students who met the standards on the test. The greatest performance was in 2012. 2012 was also 8th grade science's best performance, but there was improvement between 2013 and 14. Between 2012 and 13, there were losses in each category besides exceeding percentage. Between 2012 and 2013, there were gains in 6th grade social studies, making 2013 the best performance year. Between 2013 and 14, though, there were also losses in each category besides exceeding percentage. This was the 7th grade's best performance year as well. Student performance increased between 2012 and 2013 in percentage means and also increased between 2013 and 2014. 8th grade social studies students had an almost 19% increase in the percentage of students who exceeded on the assessment between 2012 and 13. In sum, although improving in some areas, Hayfield Charter Middle School students consistently perform below the county. Reading and language arts remain the strongest areas but have the least amount of growth in students who exceed. Science and social studies appear to have the lowest scaled mean scores and show the least percentage of growth. And math also continues to be a focus area for the school.